You're not going to get much better if you've been at a parkrun.
Skipp Phoenix here. Today I am at Pirrama Parkrun in the Sydney suburb of Pyrmont. This video is going to cover where it's located, a short chat with the run director, an overview of what to expect out on the course, and then some visuals on the run. This specific event is located at Pirrama Park. The harbourside views dominate the run, as you will see, making it one of Sydney's more scenic park runs. And there are many ways to get to this location. If you're coming by car, there is limited paid street parking, so you might want to get there a bit earlier if this is your preference. If you're catching a bus, use the number 389 bus. Get off at the Bowman stop on Harris Street for a 2-minute walk. If you're using the light rail, alight at the John Street Square stop for a 5-minute walk, or if you're coming by ferry, get off at the Pyrmont Bay Wharf for a 10-minute walk. Pirrama has averaged 320 participants here each week since it was started, so it is one of the larger runs in Sydney. Around the holidays, these numbers usually increase. Last week, for the New Year's run, there were 730 finishers, but in 1 week they did have over 1,000. Morning, Michael, how are you?
I'm good, thanks, Skip. Good to see you again.
Thanks for having me. Geez, you've got a pretty nice course here. I mean, how fortunate are you to have this as a parkrun location?
Yeah, we're very fortunate to be here at Pyrmont Bay, running along the water, running towards the harbour bridge over there and Anzac Bridge that you can see in the background. Look, we get international visitors every week that come and say, thank you, you've got the best parkrun course.
It's debatable, come on.
And I just say, well, I wish I could take credit for the views, but I can't. And obviously I'm biased, but I do think it's one of the best courses around.
No, I will agree with you. This is one of the more picturesque courses, definitely in Sydney.
Yeah.
I'd also noticed last week you had over 700 people here, and that might have included part of the Barmy Army.
Yes.
But how important are the volunteers in making this event happen?
Yeah, look, our volunteers are very important. Look, we're quite a new parkrun. We've only been around for about 18 months, but we are getting bigger each week with plenty of domestic and international visitors coming our way. Look, we, word of mouth gets around. I think it's not just the location and the views, but our kind, helpful volunteers, very welcoming. I think that really makes a difference. Look, Pyrmont, it's a great community here. We've got a very dedicated group of RDs, and so far in our short time, we've had over 500 people, visitors, but mainly locals volunteering, which is awesome. Great. And yeah, I mean, I just love the fact that our locals can provide such a memorable experience for the visitors that we get here to Pirrama Parkrun.
Great. Thanks, Michael, and thanks for everything that you and all guys do here at Pirrama.
Skip.
No worries. Now it's time for the course overview. As you can see from the map, this is a 5-kilometre course in 2 directions, made up of 2 2.5-kilometre loops. Starting on the wooden boardwalk on the water's edge of Pirrama Park, the course heads along the wharf in the direction of the harbour bridge before turning to the right and around a short loop. You then head back towards the start, past it and along the shoreline towards the Anzac Bridge at the other end of the course. You will then hit a marshal at another turnaround point and head back towards the start. Being a 2-lap course, you repeat the first lap again. However, on the return to the finish, you will be directed onto a grassed area where you'll be giving your finisher token. This park run uses a mixture of surfaces, which adds variety without making the run technically difficult. There are permanent concrete paths, grass, and wooden boardwalk sections. The paths and boardwalks are smooth, wide, and shared with other park users, so be mindful of non-park runners on course while you're out there. It is ideal for consistent pacing and suitable for prams and wheelchairs. The grass is usually well maintained, but can be soft underfoot. One quick note on the boardwalks, they can be a little bit uneven, so while running or walking on those sections, just maybe take a little bit more care. There is also little to no elevation gain over the 5 kilometres. It's definitely what can be considered a flat course. Of all of the park runs I've done, this one is definitely up there in terms of being one of the most scenic. If you're in Sydney for the weekend and looking for a good one to do, this would be it. Alright, I'm not sure what time I'm going to run this morning because the feels like temperature is nearly 31 degrees. Let's do this.
Alright, the climb sequence are ready. 3, 2, 1, park run.
Right, just need to be careful through this section until it thins out a bit. Ankles are also on the boardwalk. Watch our footing.
You're not going to get much better if you do that on a parkrun.
Alright, just swings around to the right. Switch your footing on the bend. And now head into a short loop around the park. Up onto the grass. Hey, Viking! Just up this ramp, back here where the start line was. Oh, there's a bit of a blind corner coming up here on the left, so just be careful of people coming in the opposite direction. Another awesome view. So the first time. And now we head back towards the start for the second lap. Back around to the left, heading back towards the start now for the second lap. Thanks for the water. All right. Lap number 2. Thank you. No worries. Alright, we're back down the ramping up back on the boardwalk until we come back through to the start line again, so just take it easy on your footing. And I think I'm going to have to back off the pace a bit, it's a bit hot. Right, back around to the right for the short loop through the grass. Thank you for volunteering. Right, it's not as bad as the first loop, but still need to watch for oncoming runners and walkers. Pretty strong crosswind too. I don't know if you can hear it on the video, but it's also making it slightly more uncomfortable. Right, now we're heading for the last out and back. Right, back out towards the Anzac Bridge. Thank you for volunteering. Right, last couple of tight corners. Watch out for people coming the opposite direction. So we now head down this path, and then instead of turning right, we'll turn left onto the grass and towards the finish line. Thanks.
Then
Thanks again to Michael and the team for having me at Pirrama Parkrun this morning. I hope this has given you a glimpse into the event and what you can expect. For more information on this event or one of the other hundreds of parkruns around the world, go to www.parkrun.com.au and click on the event tab at the top of the screen. I'm Skipp Phoenix. Stay safe, and wherever you're running, make sure you enjoy yourself.